Morning and welcome to Prakash Vidyalaya, my dear students of class 6. Today we are going to do chapter 4 of civics, key elements of a democratic government. We had done in the last class, we had learnt about democracy, a democratic country. What is democracy? What is a democratic country? Now we are going to read what are the key elements of a democratic government. What are the major roles of a democratic government? Now here, before we go into the chapter related to Indian democracy, we would like to share something with you about South Africa. South Africa is a country of people with several races. Like India, we have different religions, different races, different tribes, different culture, different heritage. Like that, South Africa is a country of people with several races. Blacks belong to South Africa. Whites came to settle and the Indians went there as laborers and traders. South Africa was governed by apartheid laws. This is another new word for you all, apartheid. What do you mean by apartheid? Apartheid is the policy of discrimination on the basis of color and creed. In other words, apartheid is the suppression on basis of race. Apartheid is a discrimination against the color of the people. The blacks are different, the whites are different, the browns are different. So people when treat others on basis of the color of their skin, it is called apartheid. So Africa was ruled then by apartheid laws. And people were divided on basis on the races of as black, white, Indians and colored. These races were not allowed to mingle with each other, live near each other and even use common facilities. And the blacks and the other races who were looked down upon, they were not allowed in common public places, they were not allowed in schools, they were not allowed to public markets. Everything was separate for them. The whites, they ruled it in a different way. The whites were rather very, what you should say, had unequal feelings. They discriminated against. There were separate hospitals for the blacks. There were separate ambulances to carry them. That even the trains and buses were something totally different which were used by the blacks. They cannot use what the whites use. Non-whites were not allowed to vote. The African National Congress led the struggle against apartheid, and Nelson Mandela was a great leader who fought against this apartheid and at last won and brought democracy to his country. In 1994, South Africa became a democratic country where people of all races were considered as equal. It was a great step taken by Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela, a great black leader, a great enthusiast and a great follower of Mahatma Gandhi. In your book, you will read a story about Maya Naidoo. Maya Naidoo, an 11-year-old South African girl living in the town of Johannesburg, was helping her mother clear up her old boxes. She found a scrapbook full of pictures and newspaper articles. There were many pictures of a young schoolboy of around 15 years of age. When she asked her mother about the boy, her mother told he is Victor and he was killed. He is Hector Peterson and was killed by the police, and Maya was shocked as to why she was killed. Her mother explained that South Africa was earlier governed by apartheid laws and this boy protested against learning a language. So, in the protest, in the rally, he was shot dead by the police. Now, the participation. In a democracy, it is people who make decisions to take part in the decision making. Now, I had earlier explained you what is a democracy. Democracy is the power given to the people, the common citizens of a country, to vote their own leaders, to vote their own representatives to make the government. People elect their representatives through elections to take decisions on their behalf. Government are elected only for a period of 5 years. For continuing to be in power, they have to be re-elected again by the people, and this is the people's power. when people have the power to vote, they select their own government. Other ways of participating. Apart from elections, people also participate by taking interest in the working of the government and by criticizing its policies. If certain policies of the government may not be accessible or may not satisfy the requirements of the religion or the races or the people's demand, then people may criticize it in open public in a democracy. Rallies, protests, dharnas, strikes, signature campaigns are other methods to participate in decision making. You must be seeing around you, children, there are at times strikes. School is closed because of some Bharat Bandh, Odisha Bandh, like this. These are some rallies which the protesters they start in order to fulfill some of their demands. Media is also involved in the discussion of the issues and responsibilities of the government. Even the media is also responsible. And it is the media that brings out in public, it focuses, it makes it a common thing for the people to know what the dharna or issue or the campaigning is about. People organize themselves into several various social movements, and from this there are some movements like you will be reading about the Quit India movement, etc. It's people's alertness and interest that the democratic character of a government becomes stable. It is the people's demand, it's the people's alertness. When people become civic, when people become civilized, then the government becomes stable and government is more appropriate in its workings. Need to resolve a conflict. If there are conflicts, how do we need to solve it? How do we resolve it? In a diverse country, conflict among its citizens are most likely to arise. In a country like India, where people of diverse nature, diverse religion, diverse culture stay together, there may be a lot of problems, issues and uprising conflicts. And these need to be resolved in a better and amicable way. People may use violent means to settle their differences, which may lead to fear and tension in an area. It is the government that has to resolve the conflicts. Some conflicts are common in our society, like religious celebrations. Followers of one religion may object the route of religion procession, sharing of river waters. Again, it has become a global issue even now. People all over the world are fighting for the water in the seas and oceans. A river may begin in one state and flow through another and end in the third state. This becomes an issue conflicting regarding the amount of water to be shared by all the three states. I feel rather this is like a foolish act of human beings. Kaveri water dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu was in focus and is in focus till date. Equality and justice. Equality and justice are inseparable. Untouchability is banned everywhere now. If anyone still behaves like such, they can be reported in the court of law. Special provisions have been made for the downtrodden groups like lower castes, the poor, the girl child, woman, etc. in the society for their upliftment. And lot has been done, lot has been changed. There is a lot of things which have amended in the constitution and even in the people's society, that people are being given more priority to the poor, the girl child, woman and every walk of life. I hope you understood, children, what sort of key elements are there, what is the role of government in solving conflicts, how the government has to justify and see that all citizens are equal in a democratic country. Thank you.